Do you need to move to Malibu in order to find your flow? We see a lot of great performers living in these amazing landscapes, different locations around the world where they look out their door and see the beauty of nature surrounding them. And part of this reason is because we know that there are certain triggers for flow states that come from the beauty of natural surroundings. There's 3 different environmental triggers, which are novelty, complexity, and unpredictability. And the great thing about nature is that you get all 3 of those by default. You don't have to explore different man-made locations in order to find those different aspects. It's all something that's baked into natural surroundings. And so we see, whether it's big wave surfers living in Malibu or rock climbers just minutes away from, their favorite locations around Las Vegas, or living out of camper vans in some of those bigger state and national parks like Yosemite, where a lot of these world-class performers spend a lot of their time just living these very secluded lives in a lot of way to practice their peak states as much as possible. But I feel like we often get caught up too much in worrying about whether we have to live somewhere, in that sort of peak state kind of setting. But it's quite easy. As you can see right now, I'm just in a park near my house and going for a run through the forest rather than just sticking to the trails is a very easy way to get into a deeper flow state with it, because there is more unpredictability and novelty to the trail. There's greater complexity, all 3 of those things, just like with the concept of an orangutan clambers through the trees, and it's actually similar to a flow state, and they have this very complex processing that they're going through just in the state that they're in. And it's something that we can also sort of do, maybe not through climbing through trees, but similarly with running through trails and keeping going is a very easy way to get into one sort of flow state. You don't necessarily have to take up running to do that. There's all kinds of things you can do, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a cardio event either. It could just be like creative aspects. If you're trying to create something and get inspiration, you can go into your local woods or a park, and you'll be surrounded by these flow triggers as well. So really, the question, do we have to move to Malibu in order to become a peak performer? And the answer is no, we certainly don't, but we should learn and adopt some of those ideas that we're seeing from peak performers in locations like that, and trying to do this more regularly in our own lives so that we too can find our flow and spend more time in that peak state of flow. Because of course, that's where you start to find more meaning and contentment with whatever's going on. You don't always have to get caught up in, the anxiety and uncertainty in the world around you, if you can give yourself that time to disconnect, become more present, and feel that effortless state of effort that is flow. So that's really all I wanted to say today. Remember, when it comes to those flow triggers of environmental factors, it's novelty, complexity, and unpredictability. And it's very easy to find those in natural environments, which is why it's my preferred source for it. But you can also do it with different things in, the concrete jungle that you maybe live in. Maybe it's going to just new locations to write or to draw or to think up ideas. There's novelty. You can go and visit different art installments or things like that. And of course, if you're in a busy city, there's a lot of unpredictability. So that's going to heighten that flow trigger for you as well. So there are all kinds of ways to go about it. You don't necessarily have to have quick access to parks or forests, but as much as you can, you know, try to get out into nature and enjoy that as well. So thanks for watching as always, guys, and remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time, dream on and find your flow.